This show is brought to you by the Schlong Wong Center for Heterosexual Asian Art. Are you a hardcore stoolie seeking refuge from what's become communist Barstool Sports? I have good news for you. The Kirk Minihane show on Barstool Radio on Wednesdays at 11 is a safe space for white gripe. My name's Smugsy. I'm the token intellectual of the Kirk Minihane show, and I'm pleased to provide instant analysis of today's program in a week of racial tension and discord, the likes of which the country hasn't seen since 1968. Pleased to report that Kirk Minihane rose to the occasion, identifying several issues that many people haven't had the courage to talk about yet. For instance, the black box. You may think, well, is anything worse than a privileged white woman talking about race? And the answer is yes. And what's worse than a privileged white woman talking about race are privileged white men screaming about racism and the futility of signing on in solidarity to a movement to end racial injustice. So walk and chew gum at the same time, have a black box and do research. Just throwing it out there. Second concern raised today, legitimate concern, given the history of the topic, is that the killer of George Floyd might be over-prosecuted. There might be too much prosecution by Keith Ellison, the Attorney General for the state of Minnesota, because according to Steve Robinson, the executive producer of the Kirk Minihane show, Ellison is a wacko leftist activist. So let's all be alert to the fact that there might be over-prosecution of bad cops who commit crimes and kill black people. The third major observation by Minihane today, and certainly one that I share, is that certain personalities at Barstool Sports have been not taking full advantage of their platform and sometimes offending people with like hashtag Black Lives Matter. Minihane's concerned about the stoolie who might be listening and wondering, does Barstool hate me now? Minihane also took offense in today's show that certain Barstool personalities who don't have kids and who obviously don't know anything about growing an audience, like Alex Cooper and Call Her Daddy, certain personalities suggesting to Minihane that he read books, listen to podcasts about raising children who aren't racist. I get it. I mean, as Minihane pointed out, his son, voted for Trump when he was in preschool, so there's not a lot to learn. It's case closed. He's got it. Minihane, as we know, uses his forum to provide, a safe space for white guys in their 20s to make jokes about Hitler and then get a YouTube show on the Kirk Minihane channel, or provide a forum on Twitter for white guys who want to criticize police officers for not putting their life on the line and protecting more aggressively their sneakers and jerseys and suppressing black people like they're supposed to in liberal cities. So instead of focusing too much attention on race, a good part of today's show was also spent analyzing Blind Mike's relationship with his girlfriend. As many of you may know, Blind Mike is the stupid sidekick for Kirk and parody accounts with names like Bobby and Tommy, and then called into the show and made jokes about Blind Mike's girlfriends, period. So it was a great show, definitely on point, and I'm sure there's more to come, and there'll be more analysis from me that's balanced and intellectually fair. I hope you'll subscribe to my show, and until next week, this is Smugsy signing off.